Words in papers, words in books.
Words on TV, words for crooks. Words for comfort, words for peace.
Words to make the fighting cease.
Words to tell you what to do.
Words are working hard for you. Eat your words, but don't go hungry.
What do you think about the possibilities of self-marketing in the internet? Like MySpace, your space, whose space is it?
Yes, MySpace, your space, it's everyone's space. And it's also strange, the whole private and public thing that's happening. Everyone just really willingly puts everything online.
But do you support the way the musicians just use MySpace?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's really depressing if you have a record label and you get sent a lot of music and a lot of it's really good. But, you know, it's maybe not the right genre or whatever. It's not really something that we want to release, but at the same time, you always want to give people the chance that it's out there, that it comes out into the world. And that's really great with MySpace that exists.
Do you use MySpace to maybe to discover new artists?
Definitely. I mean, a lot of the acts that we found for like the Go Monster compilation, it was just through researching and finding them on online or online radio, listening to online radio back then, and finding the artists like that, and they hadn't released any albums. So it's really great for finding bands that have just started, and you don't need to put out a record these days. So MySpace is the perfect place.
What do you think, which progress made the music industry during the last couple of years in terms of digitalization?
I think it's been really great because, in a way, the traditional structure of the music industry has collapsed and it's gone back to live music, which means that the power is again in the artist's hand. And so it knocks out all of that idea of what is cool, and it's about what the audience wants to listen to, and it's more about wild creativity and artistic license, freedom.
What do you think? Can art change the world?
Art and music and fashion and culture is always changing the world. And pop especially. Pop moves a lot faster than art. Art's quite slow.
Okay. You studied art, you do art, you still have exhibitions and make music and fashion and all this stuff. You try to change something maybe in the mind of the people, or don't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, but definitely I think all artists do that though, because everybody's an individual and they're trying to push questions at people so that people don't just remain passive and become part of the artistic process or being creative with us, because it's lonely just being an isolated artist. It's really important that there's a dialogue between ourselves and the audience, and we may take off our skirts but we won't put on any pants. That's one of our mottos.
It's a rap race with a fast pace. Concrete words, abstract words, crazy words and lying words.
Do you know the song In the Year 2525?
Yeah.
And if you would write a song like about this topic, which lines could you write? What do you think? What would the world look like in the year 2525?
Well, I don't think there'll be any ground anymore. Everything will be in the air and we'll all be connected.
Okay. And what about maybe the food getting through poles, or I don't know?
Light.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, there's all of this gene manipulated scare of, you know, that we have to save our seeds because the seeds are being contaminated by gene manipulated food. And then, I don't know, there are going to be certain weird things that are going to be extremely precious, to have strains of food which can reproduce itself instead of stop the reproduction process from the contamination of gene manipulation, actually. So, I don't know, there's some really scary things going on that you really have no idea then what's actually going to happen, if they're going to be remote islands that will have seeds that will still be able to feed people. There's some really psycho things like that. So also with the lamp saving electricity, that the future also looks a little bit darker now, because light bulbs have changed to a darker light and the future's not clean and bright, it's actually a darker planet.
Do you want to say something about your shirt? Or
yeah. It's the 100th anniversary of Futurism in Italy, and this shirt is a celebration of Futurism.
Yeah.
Check it out.